serve. 9 points, 5 boards. Early fourth. Derrick Rose dishes it inside for Sekou.
Did he step out of bounds?
Yeah. LeBron in a hurry to get to forecourt, but the Pistons are back.
He wants to run into this mismatch right here before the Pistons can do anything about it.
There's Josh Jackson on him. And the pass gets away in the corner from Wesley Matthews.
Hey, George, you know, you mentioned the 59 points that Davis scored against the Pistons. You know, in the 27-year history of the Palace and all the regular season, all the playoff games, that was the only 50-point game, period.
Amazing.
In that building.
He was unstoppable that night. That afternoon, I believe. It was an afternoon game. Derrick Rose now with a dozen. Pistons by 4. Caruso
tearing up furniture.
Pushed out of bounds by Sekou Doumbouya, who's called for the foul.
And you invite some guests into your place. Next thing you know, they're rearranging the furniture.
That's a good one, Gregory. Matthews replaced by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Come on, Alex Caruso. Tearing stuff up.
Jalen Horton-Tucker in the ball game as well. Markieff Morris is out. Lobs it deep to Harrell. Harrell bumped and fouled by Plumlee. Remember that playoff game when LeBron scored 48?
I do.
Before you realized that he really had that jump shot? That was the second most points at the Palace.
Is that the 25 straight?
I think so, yeah. Horton-Tucker sneaks in for a reverse off the glass. Lakers trail by just 2. 10 minutes to go in the game. Josh Jackson with a bounce inside. Plumlee with a jam. Mason Plumlee in double digits. He has 11. LeBron against Sekou Doumbouya. Lakers move it. Dish it deep. Harrell with a score, and he draws a foul.
And that was just really good ball rotation by the Lakers. It started with LeBron drawing 2 in the post, and then he kicked it an extra pass, and then Horton-Tucker had options, and he decides to drive this thing. So he gives up the 3, but on that nice shovel pass to Harrell lurking along the baseline, they get the 3 opportunity here.
Third foul on Sekou.
You know, the Lakers and the Pistons both turn the ball over 15 times a game. But the Pistons so far in this game only have 4, and the Lakers only have 8. So they're both sort of
tighten it up,
improving what they need to improve in, and it's giving us a really good competitive game.
Derrick Rose down the lane, hooks on the run, hits it lefty. What else you got for us, Derrick? Pistons 88, Lakers 84. Caruso leans, scoops, no. Plumlee with a rebound. Hands to Derrick. Josh Jackson fighting to keep it away from Horton-Tucker. That's a Detroit-Chicago matchup there. Horton-Tucker from Simeon High in Chicago.
Derrick Rose is going to get down the lane, and he's a threat to dish as well as score. And I think right now for the Lakers, the fact that he's doing both and he's unpredictable, he's able to catch him when they're not waiting.
Here's the other star from Simeon, Derrick Rose down the lane. Ball batted away. LeBron James, forecourt. And Horton-Tucker knocks it down from downtown. LeBron now has 10 assists to go with his 22 points. and 7 rebounds. And the Lakers have pulled within 1.
Life's more fun with skin in the game, especially Super Bowl 50.
See, and as always, thank you very, very much for your service. We cannot thank you enough. So, Gregory, what are we going to do to close this one out and put it in the win column?
Well, we keep talking about how much better they are at handling the ball. Keep that going. 5 turnovers. That gives you the chance to win this game. Make sure the ball is moving. Don't let it stick. Everybody a threat on the floor. And then defensively, I'm really concerned about LeBron James. Not so much his scoring, but what he's being able to provide and create for his teammates. Be alert to that.
Blue ball nearly turned there, but Derrick Rose ends up with it against Caruso. Puts it down, drives it. And it was blocked, but LeBron came down with the ball out of bounds.
This is not a toe on the line. That's a foot on the line.
LeBron's out of bounds.
Only 2.7 here on the shot clock.
Derrick Rose dishes to Blake Griffin. Josh Jackson beats the buzzer but misses the shot. And he didn't get the iron, so it's a shot clock violation. Lakers with the ball. Pistons by 1. 8:15 to go in the game. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope gives it up to LeBron against Jeremy Grant.
And this is what I mean by what he can create. Because when the double comes, there's
double team. Derrick Rose with a steal.
Nice.
Great dish ahead to Josh Jackson. He'll spin down the lane, get it knocked out of bounds for the Lakers, but a heck of a swipe by Derrick.
They throw it into LeBron, looking for the Pistons to double. And they did double, but they did it aggressively here. Watch Derrick Rose go after him. Give me that.
I got it. Derrick from the baseline.
Is this going to be a Pistons violation on the inbounds?
Eric Dalen. Is it a 5 count?
I think Derrick may have stepped on the line on the inbound.
Yeah, that must be it. Couldn't have been a 5 count. LeBron James from the wing. Misses, and the shot is off iron and out of bounds. Plumlee inbounds to Derrick Rose. 7:35 left. Pistons by 1. Derrick against Caruso. Blake against LeBron. Caruso down on his backside in the lane. And Josh Jackson's called for the foul.
Watch this. Caruso's going to get in his way. Jackson's never going to see him. Hits him. Caruso sells it. And remember what we said. George, what was it, a minute ago? I said, take care of the ball. Pistons had 5 turnovers.
Now they have 8.
In a snap. That will be your undoing if you can't take care of it here.
Derrick played well. He'll rest. Josh Jackson comes out as well. And DeLon Wright and Wayne Ellington check in the Piston backcourt. Reverse miss by Horton Tucker. DeLon Wright to forecourt. 7 minutes to play. Pistons with a 1-point lead over the Lakers. That score's been stuck on 88-87 a while. Blake for 3. And it's through. He ripped the net.
What a night. What a night to have maybe your best game of the season so far. Blake Griffin.
91-87 Pistons. Kuzma misses. Ellington with a rebound. DeLon Wright to forecourt. Gives it back to Wayne Ellington. Jeremy Grant. Topside DeLon. They dare him to shoot the 3. It is off iron to Kuzma.
Kind of shot that as an afterthought. That's never good for your shooting accuracy or percentage.
LeBron gets a screen from Montrezl Harrell. Contavious Caldwell-Pope inside to Harrell against Plumlee. Pump fake. Plumlee stays down. Harrell misses the hook, and it's out of bounds to the Pistons. 5:59 to go in the game.
Well, look at Blake. Just
watch this good-looking three. Bam.
Size it up. Take what the defense is offering.
5:50 left. Ellington with a floater. Off the heel. Kuzma. Boards it. Ellington gets up off the deck. Pistons were playing 4 against 5 for a minute, but the Lakers still couldn't score inside. Now the Pistons have numbers. Lakers will run back, and the Pistons will set it up. Jeremy Grant to the trailing Mason Plumlee, and he is fouled.
You know, this game has hit a stretch here where neither team is doing the same kind of crisp executing they were doing earlier. And now, for the first time, we might just be seeing the effects of both teams having played last night. Now you just got to gut through it.
Montrezl Harrell upset about the foul call. Mason Plumlee at the line. Got the first.
Well, Montrezl Harrell has been involved in a lot of contact tonight, and here's some more.
I don't know what he's upset about.
I don't either.
Shoved him once, then shoved him again. Lakers will take a timeout as the first free throw fell. Pistons 92, the Lakers 87, here on Fox Sports Detroit.
LeBron James with just 2 points so far in the second half. Tim McCormick and Mickey York getting ready for a post-game edition of Pistons Live. And Tim, on the pregame show tonight, you had a couple of keys for the Pistons going into this one. How have they done so far?
First of all, Rose and Griffin needed to combine for 35. They're at 37. Good call. Limit turnovers, only 7 for the Pistons. And when I think about the fact that a well-run offense has 4 core principles, if you stick with us after the game, I'm going to share with you exactly what they are.
Tim McCormick, if you didn't catch that, said his own call was a good call, patting himself on the back. Rightfully so. He has hit the nail on the head so far, and the case will be made as to why this was Blake Griffin's best game of the season so far. Coming up after the game on Pistons Live, gentlemen.
Hey, Tim, I second that emotion. Good call.
Plumlee buries them both. By the way, the record for points scored at Little Caesars Arena in a game, 50 by Blake back in October of 18 against Philadelphia. Talked about the Palace record.
And they won the game.
Contavious Caldwell-Pope misses. Trying to save that rebound was Kuzma. He could not. The Pistons have the ball and a 6-point lead with 5 minutes left.
Hey. This ball would have been off of Plumlee, but Kuzma didn't know it. Didn't know the situation, and now the Pistons will get a chance to extend their lead. LA suffered their first loss on the road last night in Philly. Could this be the second?
Jeremy Grant to the basket for a score. And now the Pistons have an 8-point advantage with 4:44 to play. LeBron, the strong dribble. Gets to the basket, can't score it. Rebound comes away to Plumlee. Mason Plumlee to DeLon Wright. Wayne Ellington from downtown drains it. He was way behind the long line. And now the Pistons lead him by 11. That's their biggest lead tonight.
He's always on the move. And if you're defending him and you're not on the move these days, you're going to get burned.
Forget about it. DeLon Wright directs traffic. Shot clock's inside 10. Jeremy Grant with the drive. Ball knocked out of bounds by Kuzma. Shot clock at 4.7. We're down to just over 3.5 to go in the game. The Pistons lead the defending world champs by 11. Ellington from the corner. Missed it. Off the deck to Schroeder. LeBron gets a screen from Gasol. And now another one. He'll gun for three. In and out. Gasol taps it, but he tapped it out of bounds. Thought he's going to tap it to Kuzma, but it got by him and went out of bounds. LeBron James played 38.5 minutes last night.
Not going to be far off that tonight.
Yeah, he's played 34 so far tonight. Did not take a rest. Pistons wrap it around to Mason Plumlee. The Pistons, who labored last night in Cleveland, have now scored 12 points in a row down the stretch. They lead 100-87. LeBron misses on a triple try. Rebound, Jeremy Grant. Blake Griffin's been brilliant tonight. Draws a double team. Bounces it inside to Jeremy for a jam.
They're putting on a clinic right now.
Lakers going to have to call a stretch at Little Caesars Arena. Lakers out of a timeout. Turn it over again.
And they were trying to get that to a guy who has not scored tonight, and that's Marc Gasol. Again, his role has changed so dramatically at this stage of his career. He's not a threat out there. He's really out there for defensive purposes, rebounding and screening now.
Man, I can remember those days in Memphis. He could flat out score. He could play on both ends. And now the Pistons have the ball and a 15-point lead. Plumlee strikes again. 16 straight Piston points. Fox Sports Detroit.
Well, here now they're on the verge of beating both Philadelphia, best team in the East, and the Lakers, defending champions, one of the best in the West. They're on the verge of beating them all, beating them both here in the span of a few days.
Devontae Kaycock got in the game, got a jam. DeLon Wright with a corner gun, it won't go. Lakers board it. Well, Jeremy Grant takes it away, feeds Plumlee. Wayne Ellington shovels to DeLon Wright. Wayne gets it back with 1:16 to play. Pistons with a 104-89 lead. It's all academic right now. Wayne Ellington squares up and guns, and it goes. Wow. Another biggest lead. It's 107-89. Wayne Ellington with 20. Kuzma for a quick score for the Lakers with 55 seconds left.
Here's the very patient, seemingly never takes a bad shot, Wayne Ellington, doing what he does best, doing what he does better than anybody else in the league over the last couple weeks and a half.
Gregory, he is the king of the long jump shot right now.
Yeah, he is. Outstanding. And I'm happy for the guys. I'm happy for the coaching staff because they had to pick themselves up from last night. And on these back-to-backs, you don't get much time to recuperate. You don't get much time to watch film. But the one thing they were able to do, and that was correct the turnovers. 14 fewer turnovers tonight. Big part of this victory over the Los Angeles Lakers.
Servidis, a rookie from Lithuania, checks in for the Pistons. Blake Griffin will sit with 23 points and 6 assists. Kuzma's free throw falls. It's 107-92. Bumped outside is Servidis. Sekou called for the foul before that. 45 seconds to play. That's Quinn Cook inbounding for the Lakers. take out screens for him. Gasol with a bounce. Cook from the corner. Misses to Isaiah Stewart. Pistons come to forecourt with 22 seconds to play.
Stewart's going to get my unsung player award tonight for what he did from a physical standpoint and also from a mental standpoint.
Psychologically, took it to the Lakers just more than they